Okay, and here's going to be a working demo of Game Center CX, the second one that's currently in progress. I'll just start this up on an emulator over here so you can see what's going on. Alright, so as usual, I kept the logos as is. There's nothing much to say about that. And we get into the game. Good. The graphics are changed from what they were originally, as you can see. The menu was a bit of a pain. It causes a bit of a problem on a real DS unit, but we're working on that. Now I'll just go to new game. Now it's going to give me a warning in Japanese saying that I already have a save game and it's going to erase what's there if I overwrite my old game. I don't care about that, and that screen will be done later. Here's the the character, gender, and name selection screen. I can choose what I want. There is a way to default this to the Roman alphabet. I haven't put that into this change because I changed the gender selection screen earlier as well, so I wrote those changes, but I'll put those back in. And here's the intro scroll. Yeah, I kept the voices in Japanese for now. People like the original voices, and I don't want to touch that yet anyway. What's being said is basically what's done in the text scroll itself right now. This is more of a translation and interpretation of this part, which might contrast a little bit with the rest of the text in the game because that's already been mostly translated. That was an interpretation, so it's not going to be a direct translation or anything like that. It was done by fans of the Game Center CX series. I'll sort of skip through some of this text here. If you really want to see it, you can go back and pause the video at certain points to get what you want to see. Yeah, quite a bit of the conversation here. A lot of the text is, well, it's pretty lengthy at times. Actually, it's probably better that I demoed this on a PC anyway. Trying to do this on a real DS would be a bit hard to show off. Probably just a bit of screen size. Yeah, you might notice some of the text, some of the way it's positioning and broken up over two lines might be a bit weird at times there. That can be all adjusted fairly easily with the tool that we've been working on recently. The original team, X-Virus from the original team, has put together another version of his editor, so it's still a work in progress, but it's good enough for some of the text anyway now. As you can see, it works pretty well. It's pretty rapid to put in the text that was already translated. Yeah, the release date screen over here, that all has to be redone. It still has to be done yet. The original one in the first game was all horizontal. This has got a bit of a slant to it. It's a different style, so that'll need some graphic work. So get here to the room with Adino. And these conversations are actually a little bit harder to deal with in the game, mostly because there are branching choices that you get. They get questions posed to you and you answer in one of two ways. It doesn't affect the game really any. It's just something to keep the player awake, I guess. But each path has a different set of responses that'll follow it. Though again, it doesn't affect the game at all. So I'm just going to zip through with any of the choices that I have here. So far, up to the first challenge anyway, all of this has been tested. So I'm just going to show you roughly what it's like here. Alright, see if I can skip through some of this text over here too. I mean, it's all good. I mean, once it's all done, at least you can read this to your heart's content at your own pace, but again, I don't know how long people are going to sit through a video of me cycling through pages of text. So yeah, Wizman has been added to the game section. and the challenge screen, it was ported from the original game. There were some palette issues with that. You can probably see it if you can look fine enough there. That has to be touched up, but by and large it looks much better than the corrupt palette that I had originally, so that's something that can be touched up a bit later. Right now, just getting the thing working was priority 1. Yeah, another difference with this sequel to the game is it'll allow you to give up the challenge, to forfeit that. I've never actually used it because I've never found a challenge to be so difficult that it was ever needed, but that text is all in the game too, and that's all been translated, but that's all has to be tested too. Okay, let's see if I can get right into the game here. Anio just says that he's going to support you. Yeah, go to the games menu, select Wizman. You can also read the manual. You can see the challenge there. Now, this menu all has to be redone in English. It's a pain to do menus in this game. You have to change the OEM code and everything else. It's really messy. So I can go to Wizman. That also has to be changed too. The manual I do have in another version here. I haven't put it in this version of the game. I put the challenges screen in here though, so that's something to look at. Now I can start the game. Alright, start the game, just do as it says. I'll just get 2 canes, rods I guess you could say, or wands. Cast it once, cast it twice. There you go. That's the end of the first challenge. That has to be changed too. The screen we can use from the original, but the file names were different. It actually incorporates a failure and a success screen in the sequel, so that all has to be done. And that's the end of the text I put into the game, so I'll leave you with that, and I'll post another video update when it gets done. Thanks for watching.